Stitchy friends.
Hello.
It's Ha. We're back.
Finally. It's been a little bit of a break.
Yes.
We've been busy. But we're here today.
Yep. We're happy to be back with you.
Definitely.
Hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. I loved it on Melly Ellie Stitches. I'm saying this early. I really wanted to say this later, but oh my gosh, go check her out because I think she's totally adorable and I love her. But what did she refer to the New Year? It was 2000 Great-een.
Right.
Was that it? 2000 Great-een. I love that. Mm-hmm. What a positive way to start the year. So
definitely.
happy 2000 Great-een to all of you. Go check out Melly Ellie Stitches. She's adorable.
She is.
Yeah. So hi.
And thank you so much for the shout out, Jen's Stitching Niche. Just wonderful. We just really appreciate that. And if we've missed anyone, we're sorry.
Yes. Thank you, Jen.
But yeah, thank you.
We love watching you as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
we're going to dive right into what we're all into.
We are. The last time I talked about ribbon candy. And so I came prepared. This is what it looks like. You see that? That is just sugar goodness right there.
Right there. Here.
I'm going to open it up. Isn't that pretty?
Yummy. It is
so pretty.
It's so yum. It's just melting in your mouth good.
And I don't know what happened. There was a time in my life that I said if I'm going to eat any kind of candy, it was going to be chocolate. Period. Nothing else. And now all of a sudden, Mike and Ike's, ribbon candy, like something has switched. And so after Christmas, I was able to get a few more. Maybe it'll hold me over until next Christmas. We'll see. But that's a follow-up to what I'm all about. What I'm into. What I'm into, yeah.
What else are you into?
Yeah, that's it right now. I've been holding off not eating any of these to show you. So tonight,
dive it in.
I am diving in. And how about you?
I told you last time that I love Cuddle Duds. I love my new slippers. I've been wearing them all the time.
Me too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And my mom, I think it was for my birthday. My birthday's on December 31st, mm-hmm. So it's close to Christmas. So I'm always like, was that my birthday? Was that Christmas? She got me this amazing Cuddle Dud scarf. And it is so dreamy. I just feel so comforted. You know, like how when you were a kid, your mom rubbed Vicks on your chest and it was so comforting when you were sick. It was for me anyway. That's the feeling I get when I put on this scarf from my mama. I just feel like it's a hug. It's so comfy and so soft. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And you can't, if you could feel it in person, we all need this in every color.
You do.
That's it.
Every color. You do. In fact, I was on Kohl's.com last night and because I needed to get some things for my dad because I do a lot to help him out because his health is not real great. So I was doing that, but then I thought, let's just wander over into the women's section. And I'm looking up Cuddle Duds and oh my goodness, found some dreamy loungewear I have on order to add to my collection of Cuddle Duds. Love it. Yeah. And of course, I love leggings. I'm wearing them right now. I love leggings. Mm-hmm. They're so comfy. It's like wearing your jammies, kind of. They stretch at this time of year. That's kind of nice because we got to get...
With it being so cold.
Right.
With it being so cold.
Yeah. Ooh, Cuddle Duds. They have some fleece leggings. I bought some of those too. They're coming.
Now,
so comfy.
Are we going to see those?
Maybe. No. We lift a leg. These are LuLaRoe leggings. So.
I'm still impressed. I am still so impressed from our last video.
My flexibility.
Ooh.
And I am all into lipstick. Seriously. Like we were talking about how Elena B mentioned in her last video that lipstick just makes you happier. I am pretty washed out without lipstick and it does make me happy. I have to wear it or I feel naked. and not as attractive. So I like lipstick, so I wear it.
I've been giving it a go, but it seems like I like all the neutral palettes where
I go a little bold,
Yeah.
but it's because
Next
I'm so
time.
washed out.
maybe I'll go a little
I like
bolder.
some color. I tend to wear bright. If you've noticed, I tend to wear brighter colors because it just gives me some pizzazz. Who doesn't need a little pizzazz?
It's happiness.
Right.
You know, it's a spot of happiness. Yep.
Exactly.
So, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about these? Okay.
This is so exciting. This is so unexpected.
Yes. So my dear coworker Lori, I'll wear a sweater sometimes, and she'll be like, "Oh, that looks like you're stitching," and she's just been so supportive of our cross stitch. And she gave me a birthday gift and included this Swedish dishcloth because it reminded her of our cross stitch. And I was like, "Oh, this was made in Sweden. I wish I had one of these for Anita because she would love this." And Lori said, "Oh, I have an extra one. I'll bring it for you for Anita." And so we both have one. Isn't that cool?
How exciting.
So cool. And look, okay, you have to see how thin this is.
So amazed. Right.
It's like one of those things where you have to put it in water and then it grows, I think. Kind of spongy, I think.
They're wonderful.
You know of these?
Yeah.
Have you used them? Oh my goodness. Who knew? Who knew?
But the design on this is just amazing.
Isn't that great?
And just so appropriate for this time of the year. And that was, thank you, Lori.
Thank you. You're the greatest. Such a sweetheart.
So, and then we were going to talk about our mugs. We try to share out our mugs. We try to have different mug. I'll bring one over from my home. And so this time...
Because we usually tape at my house.
Yeah. Well, look at the artwork. It's so pretty. And we have such good lighting here. We're sitting in her dining room.
Yeah.
And, well, it's overcast now. We've got a storm front moving in. But we seriously have such good lighting here. So, but this is the mug of today. And I love Minnie. It was my... what's the word I'm looking for? Bucket car. It was the car on my bucket list. Someday I will drive a Mini. And so I do. And so I enjoy this mug.
And it's cute. And your Minnie's cute too. My mug is a piece of pottery that we picked up. Our family takes a trip with my in-laws every summer. We go to a house on a lake in northern Wisconsin and do a lot of fishing and relaxing. We're kind of out in the sticks, and there's just good Wi-Fi. My son is thrilled that they do have a dish so he can watch some cable TV because we don't have cable TV at my house. So he at least gets that part because he's not big into fishing, unfortunately. But my husband and I love it, and my father-in-law. So anyway, we always take a day trip, and we love to go to Bayfield, Wisconsin. If you've never been, you need to go there. It's a perfect place for couples to vacation. And our family we just love it. It's such a special place to us. So we took the ferry over to the Apostle Islands. You get to them from Bayfield. You can take different boat cruises to the various islands. And so we went, I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name of the island. It starts with an M and I can't think of it. It's the biggest island and people actually live on it. There's a beautiful art gallery there, and they will often have people making things while you're wandering, and they have live music. It was just a beautiful place. And so we found this mug and just thought it was so beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's so pretty. And then the inside glaze is a dark brown. It's just so pretty.
And it's nice because the top isn't round. It has like a square shape. Very unique.
Yeah,
very
it's really
unique.
special. So yeah.
And the handle is comfortable.
It is. It's very comfortable.
Right.
And it reminds me of
Your
the Apostle Islands and Bayfield every time we go. Right on Lake Superior. It's beautiful. So if you ever get a chance to go that direction, go. It's so gorgeous. Highest top of Wisconsin. So go there.
So yard sale or flea market find. I'll go into it. This is one jar in a set of 3. And if you can see the pattern, it's actually like a cross-stitch design on there. And I just thought that was really special. So I'm going to use this in my craft room, and I don't know what I'll put in it.
She will come up with something creative because she always has ideas.
I'm guessing receipts.
She's the creative one, and receipts, yeah, because we shop a lot. She's the creative one, and I'm the great copier of great ideas. So
oh no, so that was interesting
Yeah.
because the colors are from what, maybe the 70s.
I would guess,
and
kind of
so,
oranges and greens, but yeah, really cool.
So let's get into our whips.
Ooh, yes. I'm going to take this off because I'm feeling a little toasty, even though it's hard to take off a hug, but oh, yeah, it's getting me a little hot and overheated. Okay, so I have been working on Forest Snowfall, which is the style that we've been doing with Chelsea and Priscilla. And mine's a little wrinkly, but this is how far I've gotten. That adorable little owl needle minder. I love that so much. That's from Anita. So cute. So there's my progress. It's a fun stitch. It stitches pretty quickly with all the words. I love that. So having fun with that.
That is, and yours is stitching up really quick.
Yes.
Since we last videotaped, I've had a frog at my house. It's like I opened up a bed and breakfast. He won't leave. Like every day. Maybe he left this time. Nope. Still here.
I told her yesterday it's time to kiss the frog goodbye. Bring on the prince.
No, seriously. It's bed and breakfast for frogs. So I had started the Forest Snowfall on this beautiful fabric. And I'm stitching and I'm like, wow, this fabric's so easy to work with. It's so much fun. And I can see it without my magnifier. Well, it's because it's like a 22 count. And I'm stitching 2 over 2 on 22 count. It's fairly large. And so I've had to restart. Well, I put it in timeout. And so I've recently restarted it on this fabric that I have. So I don't know if you can see the difference in size, but there is a difference in size there. So, yeah. So I'm finally working on this again, and yeah, and enjoying it. This is finally becoming a fun stitch for me. So the next whip is my merry little birthday. I got to work on this on December 31st. And this is where I'm at with that. So you can see that. And so I just stitch on this a little bit every time a friend or family is celebrating a birthday. And I hope this will get done sometime this year. We'll see. Next, I joined the Stitch Along. Oh. I'm totally...
I think Vanna's hosting it.
Vanna's hosting it.
It's a beach theme.
Beach theme. And so I'm doing the beach cottage. The name escapes me. And this is where I'm at. And this one is so much fun. I'm having a hard time putting this one down. And it's interesting because when I first started it, I'm like, this isn't feeling very beachy. And I finally got to the steel gray. It's a DMC 414 color, kind of a blue gray. And I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to feel a little beach going on. But no, this has been a really fun stitch.
And look at your needle minder. So cute. Hey, that's beachy right there.
That's
darling.
Beachy. But what I've noticed is that tree is using Classic Colorworks Weeping Willow. And what I found in my stash is that I have a couple different Weeping Willows. I hope that shows up. But both of these are Weeping Willow, but you can see how different they are. Mm-hmm. And I just really find that that's the beauty of getting hand-dyed floss. I think it's amazing and exciting. And so I was able to look at the 2 that I had and pick the one that I wanted to use for the project. And I just think I like it. I like it. I like that aspect. And then, is that it for me? Oh.
Listener, oh.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Breathe deep.
I don't know how many times I've stitched and unstitched this particular part of my journey piece. And it went into timeout. So it's coming out though, because I have some catching up to do. Yeah, some catching up to do. So this is the colors I finally decided on. This is the Linens and Threads Stitch Along for 2017. They have a new stitch along going on now with a medieval theme, but this one had more of a garden theme, and you can see the colors there that I've chosen. And so it's like 2 grays, 2 blues, and a B5200 white. And so I like how it's turning out so far. So this will get some love in the next month.
And this is kind of a, I don't know, what color would you call this? It's kind of a, maybe a wheat
like
color.
It's not mustard. It's,
no,
I don't know, it's, I had it and I just wanted to use it.
And it's pretty. It's so pretty. So she totally switched colors, totally went down a different direction.
I did.
But I love it.
Yeah, so it's, yeah. So hopefully that will, I know that's going to get some love for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And then that's it for my whips.
Finishes.
And now we have the finish.
Well, yeah. I'm kind of excited. So Anita and I were talking when we started the Forest Snowfall, and she was telling me she was getting out her new colors and she was going to put some stitches into her journey piece. And I thought, I put my journey piece aside for quite a few weeks. And then she said that, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I need to pick that thing up. Once I picked it up, I couldn't put it down. I've just learned about my personality. I'm a little obsessive. I don't join a bunch of SALs because I just can't. If I have to follow a bunch of rules and deadlines, cross stitch will not be fun, and I won't want to do it anymore. So I can't do that. And I have a really hard time when I start something, I feel like I need to finish it. And I have a really hard time letting go and moving on to something else. So I feel bad because I've got all these things started, not a ton, but I've got a handful of things started that I've just kind of laid aside as I've started something else. And I don't want to have a collection of starts. I want to have finishes. So I've just kind of learned this about my personality along the way. So I picked up my journey piece and went to town, and then it just became a determination that I could not put it down and pick up my Forest Snowfall until January was done.
Right.
And so I just texted Anita the other night at like 10:30.
Unbelievable.
Maybe 11, and said, I finished January! I'm so excited. So it's really wrinkly, so forgive the wrinkles, but
I hope the beauty of this comes across, because her color choices are beautiful. The stitching is beautiful. The back is beautiful. Like just the attention to the detail.
She is so kind, because there are mistakes in here. Don't look too closely. There are a few mistakes. I told her yesterday, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to redo it. I can't. I've worked so hard on this. And then you find a mistake later and go, oh my word, the work it would take to take all that out and start. I'm just not willing. It's not that noticeable. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm willing to accept it as it is. There was a lot of love and sweat that went into this, and it's just what it is. So
look at that.
yay.
Though.
There's January.
Now the February band is much narrower.
Oh yeah. Like this, seriously, January is a labor of love.
Right. Whew. So once you get past this point,
February,
go quicker.
It's going to be a dream. Yeah. So I'm determined, because there have been moments where we were kind of like, okay, maybe not.
Right.
Or maybe we should have just done a small section. You know, some people have just done a much narrower band, and we've tossed that around.
Right.
And then I just thought, no, you know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do the whole thing. And I'm just going to feel really proud of myself when it's all done.
Yeah,
so I'm
good.
determined to bust this out. So I'm doing it. And it might take me all year, because I'm kind of tired. I'm ready to take a break. So maybe I will start the new band in February, and I'll just go month by month like it was intended. So, and work on something else so I can get some other things done and not feel guilty about other things that I would like to start. So there you have it.
I will need some snow days
Yes.
to
awful? We're
catch
wishing
up.
for snow days so we could just stay in our jammies and stitch.
Oh yeah, no, and it is beautiful. I just cannot believe just her color choices. It's really beautiful.
You can see the theme.
Right.
Teal person.
It's
I
good.
love teals
It's
and
so
turquoises.
good.
And
Right.
my mom, this picture back here that Anita was talking about earlier, my mom picked up, it's a canvas that she picked up at TJ Maxx that was, I think, on clearance. And it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. So we're kind of hardcore TJ Maxx fans. That would be another thing I'm into. I love TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. Well, surprisingly, I have a finish.
Yay!
Even with the frog.
Yes. Your determination came out as well.
The frog. So I was working on the geranium house, and it's done.
Yes.
So here it is, and I'm really happy with it. On the other side from the flag, there was a hook there with some white flowers, and I worked with it and worked with it and worked with it, tried to put a pot there, added more flowers. Maybe it's a vine. No, maybe it just needs to go away. I stitched the first row of the alphabet in overdyed, hand-dyed thread. I thought it was too dark, so I unstitched the whole thing, and I put it using the DMC color I used for the house. I realized it was too light. I undid the whole row and used what I had originally planned. So that's how it turned out.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about how this turned out. The flowers around the border were originally in white on either side, and I made it red. I just like the colors there. And so what I'm planning is to customize this in some way. And so I do have these beautiful fake geraniums. And so I'd like to figure out a way to customize this. I mean, I can go and have it framed, but all the customizing that I see people doing online, I'm excited about. So if anybody has a good idea that they want to throw my way, I would appreciate it, because this is about as far as I've gotten with my creativity. I found these, I thought, yeah, somehow I'm going to incorporate them. But that's it. That's as far as
And
I've gotten.
somewhere you had seen like a bag idea where someone had taken their
did.
stitch and turned it into a bag with a little handle that was hanging, and then it had flowers in the bag.
Right.
We're not sure who did that, but
That might happen. So my next skill I'll be learning will be quilting bags. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, so if you can come up with a creative way that I can finish that off, I'd appreciate
shoot
it.
in our direction.
Yeah, and then because I work on multiple projects at one time, this is what my area usually looks like. Like, this is it. And so there was some way I'd keep this organized. So each project gets its own ring, and then each ring is labeled with its own tag. So I can pick up any ring and know right away which project it came from. And so I know many of you are scrapbookers or used to scrapbook, and just dig around, see what you have, because I have a tag maker from Great-een Memories. And so what I do is I just,
Mine's from Stampin' Up.
Stampin'
Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Mine's from Stampin' Up. So if you're a stamper, this was a kit that they had once upon a time with this tag punch and little stamps that went with it. But this is a great punch for punching out pretty paper.
Depending on the size of the ring, I have different size rings, and then I just have a whole bunch of tags that I can label all this. And then eventually they go back into their respective bags. But while I'm working on it, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just whatever hits me. So, yeah, definitely not sticking to one project.
I'm jealous of that. I don't want to be so obsessive.
So what are our plans?
What are our plans? I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. See what I mean? I can't have rules, so it's hard for me to have plans. So I intend to continue with Forest Snowfall right now and see how far I get with that. And then when February comes, I'll pick up my journey piece again and finish the February band and then go back to whatever.
To that.
So those are my plans. I've been planning for a snow day. We're getting like hardcore snow north of us, like 8 to 10 inches. It's been freezing cold here and decided to warm up for the last few days.
Yeah.
So it's raining here. And then it's going to get below freezing tonight, so it'll get icy, but no stinking snow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can see grass.
Yeah,
like our backyard, we don't have hardly any snow at all.
It's melted.
And so my plans, well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I am going to commit to putting some love into my journey piece. But I also saw Teresa, Kitten Stitcher, was talking about Union Forever by Maggie Bononomi. And so this is getting added in.
And I'm jumping in too.
Yeah. So I already have my fabric picked out. It's Picture This Plus Ancient. Really, really pretty piece of fabric. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to convert some of this to DMC, and then also where the Forever and Inseparable. You see the F kind of goes down into the U, and every time I look at it, I see a happy face. And so that's the only adjustment, because this pattern is absolutely beautiful. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very nice. So other than that, I'm pretty much sticking to exactly what you see.
Seriously, when we head to our LNS, our radar is always attuned to Christmas and 4th of July.
4th of July.
Or just, Americana. Mm-hmm. So that's what we gravitate towards. So, and cutie little cottages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then other than that.
Yeah. Okay, so I had someone reach out. Kate reached out over Instagram stating that she would really like to come and visit our LNS Fiberworks in Waverly, Iowa. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to figure out a Saturdays just work better for us with our busy schedule. So we were trying to figure out a time. So we are going to be at Fiberworks in Waverly on February 3rd. Did we figure out a time? What time?
No, but
I don't know. Do we want to be there
11:30?
We'll be there at 11:30.
And the plan is to go to the store, take it in, take a break, go have lunch, and then come back. Because the first time you go there, it's, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's overwhelming.
It is a little overwhelming.
There's so much to see.
Right.
And it's just good to kind of pop in and see what you're facing and then take a little break and then come back and start digging through and looking for.
Right. And she has a lot of quilting supplies as well. If you're into quilting, she has that as well. But just every time we go, we find something new. Every single time.
Every time. And we've looked through some of that stuff so many times and we always find something new.
Receipt jar.
For our shopping trip.
I don't know.
I have to tell you this. This is so cool. So for my birthday, the day before my birthday, I went to Fiberworks. Anita was out of town. She contacted me and said, I need these patterns. Can you go to Fiberworks and see if Carol has them? So I went and she didn't. So she ordered them for Anita and we were there. And I just wasn't really paying much attention, but she looked at I thought she was talking to me. She's like, well, welcome back. Thought she was talking to me because I come all the time. She was talking to my husband and son, but I didn't know that. And so I'm thinking they've never been here before. And sure, I just assumed she was talking to me. No, my husband and son had made a trip to Waverly, went into Fiberworks, and purchased a gift certificate for me for my birthday. I was so surprised. My husband's like, well, you knew. No, I had no idea. Clueless. Like, my husband kept, looking at Carol going, no, we've never been here before. And Everything went over my head. I was just in my own little cross-stitchy world in there. Yeah. So huge surprise. I was like, yes, what a great gift for me. So I thought that was really thoughtful that they would go into a cross-stitch store. Big deal.
Find the address.
Find it. Right. I mean, they've never been there before. They went there all by themselves and found it and did that for me. It was super sweet.
Because it's easy to go in there and just kind of zone. Like, you'll go off in one direction, I'll go off in another direction. Sometimes we'll just bump into each other. Like, oh, okay, sorry about that, you know.
We'll say, hey, what do you think about this?
Right.
And then we'll continue looking what we're looking at and then help each other. Yeah, we're all over.
And then if she doesn't have it, she gets it for us.
Yeah.
So we're thrilled that she's so close to us.
We're so thankful.
So time to 11:30. Does that sound right? Does that sound like a good time to meet?
Yes.
February 3rd.
11:30 on February 3rd,
Right.
Saturday.
Right.
We will be there. So if you would like to take a little trip to Waverly, Iowa, Fiberworks, we would love to meet you in person.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I think that
We've got Hall. Did you bring Hall?
I didn't bring any of it.
I have some Hall. Would you like me to share my Hall?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
There was just so much. You had so much in your
I didn't even. I'm sorry. I will bring it next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, where to even begin because I have so many fun things. First of all, I think you've probably seen several floss tubers talk about this book that they ordered from Hirschner's. Seriously, friends, $5 for this book. I mean, look at this. It's a nice size book. This pattern, this Barbara Anna pattern alone for us was so worth the $5 plus shipping. Amazing. And there's so many cute ones in here. I should have marked a few pages just to show you, but so many.
There's a Scandinavian section and there's a stocking. There it is. There's a stocking with these dollar horses. And someone had mentioned I should stitch a couple patterns and put in the dough bowl I have, and these are getting stitched up. I'd like to do them in a couple different colors and make little pillows and put them in my dough bowl.
So cute.
Yeah.
And this angel, isn't that gorge? So pretty. So there's some really fun. There are other Scandinavian pieces in here as well.
Right.
And then I wanted to, these
Right. Look
are
at the detail.
so beautiful. Just gorgeous. I love those so much. And then we really thought this was a gorgeous pattern as well. So beautiful things in here. We are so thrilled to have heard about this from, I don't even remember who, but thank you for sharing about this book because it was, and it's still there, folks, for $4.99. So go buy this book on Hirschner's. It's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
More fancy floss because I just can't get enough. Every time I go, I buy some more. But Carol at Fiberworks has had some items on sale. She's had some dollar boxes that have been out for a couple months, and then some half-off boxes. So how cute is this? Our love nest from Country Cottage. Isn't that precious? I thought that would be so fun for Valentine's Day. Am I going to get this done by Valentine's Day? You know I'm not. But hey, I've got it in my stash, so I'm excited about that. And then this one makes me so, I love sunflowers. They make me so happy. It reminds me of Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch. Hi, Cindy. She's such a sweetheart. So this one, what's it called? It's probably, Little Miss Sunflower. I thought that was darling. And I got both of these for half off. Yes.
So summery.
Love a good deal.
And
so
I like,
awesome.
they show it on a gingham fabric, which that would be a new experience too to try something
never
like
done that.
It's really pretty though.
There's so much I have not done. Like I said, I'm pretty green.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys.
I like that one.
I think, I don't know if I was with you when I bought this. I feel like this, maybe I got this the day that I ordered Anita's pattern.
Yes.
She was out of town and I was there with my husband and son.
Yeah.
I saw this and I'm like, I must buy this. I've been admiring it for a while. Heritage Sampler.
I
Oh,
can't believe it.
Plum Street. Isn't that just amazing? I am desperate to start this. It is so beautiful. I will love displaying this in my home. My dad is a Vietnam veteran, and I just have such an appreciation for our veterans and for living in this country, and I'm grateful for those who've gone before us. And this is just a beautiful way to show honor to those, all those who serve our country and our history. So I love this.
It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
So, and I had just kitted up Riley's Harbor by Kathy Barrick, and hope to start that. Well, you know me.
I'm sure that'll get started.
Let's give it a month and then
add it to the add it to the collection.
Add it to my collection. Yeah.
If you follow Nell on Little Yellow House Crafts, and also Bendy Stitchy has talked about Victorian motto sampler threads. Oh my goodness. So I first heard about them from Nell, immediately jumped on the computer to check it out. Seriously, you guys, these colors are phenomenal.
They're beautiful.
I mean, just gorgeous colors.
Does the variegation show through? Where's one, like maybe the orange or the teal? Maybe they would see some of the variegation. Yeah. So pretty. And you get quite a bit.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, like typically it's about 5 yards. I think with the Gentle Arts, you can get 10. These are 20 yards. 20 yards for the same price that you would pay for 5. And they're so pretty. And seriously, I think it's Nancy that owns the Victorian Motto Sampler company. She is fabulous to work with. You just have to email her. She does everything by email. She's not on social media. So you just email her, and man, she was Johnny on the spot getting these to me, and very easy to communicate with, and she's quick to respond. So she does have threads of the month, so you can get on a threads of the month. This was just a special box that she put together for January, so I just wanted to try it out and see what it was like, and I'm telling you, it is so worth it. So beautiful. So beautiful. So I will definitely be ordering again from her in the future, because these are just amazing. I can't wait to use them. So thank you, Nancy. Gorgeous. Go check her out, guys. So pretty.
Very nice. And
then just one more thing to share. So I told you I love TJ Maxx. I just love kind of walking around. I can go there for hours and just kind of wander and check stuff out. So I found this, and I thought this would be so adorable to put a cross-stitch project on and just change it out. So sweet. And it'll sit. Ooh, there's my price tag. It'll just sit as a shelf sitter. I thought it was so sweet. And this is a little off kilter. It's not perfect, but I don't think it matters. No. It's just going to be so sweet sitting on a table or a countertop. So
if that was just a little bit bigger.
Use that for the training mess. So if you have, I know people talk about Marshalls too. We don't have a Marshalls here. No. So TJ Maxx, Home Goods, but go check those places out, because sometimes you can find just some fun stuff for very reasonable. This was $7.99. Right. Worth it to me. So I'm not a big finisher. I'm not a seamstress. I'm admiring all of you who know how to sew and to quilt, and I don't own a sewing machine, and I don't have those gifts. So I'm learning. I was really grateful. Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch had a wonderful tutorial on how to finish ornaments. That is very helpful to me. I'll be watching that a million times, because we plan to make a lot of those.
Yeah. We've decided we're going to do 18 ornaments.
Yes.
And I tend to finish something, lay it flat, set it aside, move to the next project. I tend not to even FFO my stitchery. So,
and we don't want that to happen.
No.
So we're open to suggestions and ideas for newbies.
Yeah. So, well, I think that's about it.
I think so.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really just enjoy this time. We enjoy this time
We do.
together as
We
well.
do. We look forward to it so much. And we'll be like, we've been talking the last
Right.
week or so going, oh my goodness, we haven't taped for so long. We've got to get together and get this
Right.
done. But it's a joy. We love to. So
and
hopefully
then
we'll see you sooner than later.
I had mentioned at our last tape that we really enjoyed exchanging gifts. And I said, oh, we should do this every year. January 25th. We'll share next time.
Ooh, I got to get on it. I need to go shopping.
It was so much fun.
It was.
Like, every year? Every month? So anyway, in the meantime, until we see you again, remember to
Shine, sparkle, and stitch. Bye, everybody.
Bye.